Behind me is probably the most beautiful high-end luxury condo in PJ right now. It comes with a private lift lobby and unblocked golf course views of the Tropicana Golf and Country Resort. It's recently completed and for some reason nobody's really talking about it, which is why we're going to. Hey guys, this is Lee Jong. Welcome back to Living Space KL, and this is AETAS Damansara. AETAS Damansara is located in Tropicana Indah, right next to Tropicana. It's built by Avaland, and AETAS represents their flagship series of high-end residences. The whole thing sits on 1.7 acres worth of land and has 226 units split across the two towers. Sizes start from 2,500 square feet and go all the way up to 7,000 square feet with the option of 3+1 or 4+1 bedrooms. And we're gonna find out what makes AETAS so special and is it really for you? Alright guys, you've now joined me inside the actual unit. We've actually kind of made it up the lift into what is essentially a private lift lobby. So we're going to be checking out this unit here that's actually for sale. And joining us today is Derek. Hey Derek, welcome to the channel. So can you tell us a little bit about AETAS Damansara and basically what we're looking at today?
Okay, here right now we're in a special unit, and it's actually on a very high floor. It's a custom penthouse unit, actually 6,100 square feet. Total we have 8+2 bedrooms, and the reason why this is so interesting is check out the view outside here. Living here in AETAS Damansara.
That's a proper view. Okay, and Derek, question. So
yeah,
those towers over there.
So that one is actually Tropicana Grande. It's been around quite a while, and quite a number of actually the residents that are over there have actually purchased here, and they are upgrading to a newer AETAS Damansara.
All right. So this is essentially the golf course view that I heard so much about. And this is Tropicana Golf and Country Resort.
Yeah. So over here you can see this is actually Tropicana Golf Resort. That side is Tropicana Indah. Further on your left, you have your AETAS Damansara. And far ahead, if your eyes can stretch, actually, that's the Subang Airport. Yeah. So for those people that travel a lot and like to just take the flight from the Subang Airport, here's a really convenient location. Yeah. So just a bit about AETAS Damansara. Something unique about here is that the way the developer has actually designed this place. The flooring. So this flooring, you can see the details of the flooring over here. It's actually meant to be like anti-slip flooring. So a special kind of flooring meant to be elderly and also children friendly. And something interesting here in the balcony, what they have done is also in the balcony we also have this flat flooring here. And to prevent water from flowing inside, there's a drainage that we have over here. And every unit comes with these solar blinds. So in case if the sun shines too much into the unit, you can still see the view, but it will block out a majority of the sun. Yeah.
So the blinds is this one up here? Is it? It's tucked away up here.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. And it's motorized or manual?
Motorized. So that's the solar blind, and as you can see, you can actually close it partially. Just from the sun, enough of the sun, but you can still get a view.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And it's all controlled via a panel back there, is it?
Yeah. So the good thing about this is it's already come installed by the developer. Because if in any of the condo you wanted to install something like this, generally you're not allowed to. Reason because you're not allowed to modify the facade. So with this in place, it's really helpful and useful for all the residents that are over here. In order to get the best views possible, the developer actually has put in this really tall and large glass. So typically you would see for this roof, people would install at least 6 or 8 panels. But over here where you're looking at, it's only just 4 panels that are really huge. And another side benefit of having this glass panel so big is that the lift, the service lift area has been upgraded. So it can actually fit a whole piece of this in the lift. So what that means for you is that if you have large furniture, like for example, you have a large sofa or you have a piano or a large dining table, you can actually bring it up through the service lift. So anything that's smaller than this panel will be able to fit into the lift. Yeah, so what I really like about all the layouts here in AETAS Damansara is that you get this really wide living rooms, right?
So this section here is where the living room is supposed to be,
So here's where the living room is supposed to be, and then some people put their dining here or they have option to put the dining room. So most of the development you go to, you have this like really huge dry kitchen and you have really small wet kitchen. And what happens is that if you're preparing meals, then you're kind of like at the back of the house. Nobody can see you, and then you just appear once in a while with your guests in order to show your face. But like if you're preparing a meal with your friends, you actually lost that connection with your friends. So what the developer has done differently is like instead of like letting people disconnect, it was built in a space that you can actually interact with one another. So what you get is this space here is actually we call it like a serving kitchen area, and then that side actually is like 2-in-1. You get both your wet and dry kitchen. And what they have done is instead of a small tiny door, you have a large opening over here. But don't worry, if you're doing heavy cooking, you can actually still close and seal up the space. So what that does is like, as your friends are sitting here and you're in the kitchen preparing meals, you can still talk and interact with one another. And that's the idea of a space, right? So you have space that you can enjoy with your friends and whatnot.
Living area, dining area, serving kitchen, and then kind of like prep kitchen.
Yes, correct. And this is just we call it this side, the private wing where we stay. I'll show you the other side where entertainment wing or most of your guests will be. That's even a nicer section later. I'll show you after this. So now here we have the yard area. It's a dedicated area for the yard. And that's your maid's room with a maid's bar.
Oh, maid's room's over here.
So people actually that come and move here actually are moving or actually downsizing for a bungalow. And in every bungalow, typically they would have like a water filter outside their house, right? So because of that, actually, AETAS actually provides you with a point that you can actually install your own large water filter. So after you put this in, then all your whole house actually water will be filtered through this point. So they give you that convenience you can do this. And come over checking this out, something more interesting. So the ducting that's up there actually comes with this one, which is actually for you to blow all your air out from the kitchen for all the smoke. And check it out. So that's not just a regular unit. We googled it and actually we realized that hey, that seems like a unit typically used for commercial use.
You're talking about that square thing at the top.
Yeah, that thing at the top there. So just to show you some little details that the developer did not skim and they just put in everything that's the best for you. So this place actually is for you to dry your clothes. So it's easily accessible. You can step up here in order to reach to your clothes that's up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you stand over here, you can really feel like the wind, and just specifically where we are right now, where we're standing, you can already feel the air. The difference when you're here versus you're here is quite significant. Try it out, check it out.
I stand here. Yeah, you can kind of feel like a breeze coming up. Yeah, I mean, you can't feel this on the camera, obviously, but yeah, I mean, being here, my arm feels like there's wind blowing against it, so yeah.
Okay, so right now I'm going to show you a master. So this unit, what they have done is they have actually modified a large walking wardrobe. So first of all, I'll show you the bedroom section. So the bedroom, every day you wake up to this same beautiful view that you get from the property.
Oh,
No matter how many times we come here, it still looks as good as the first time I see it.
that's actually gorgeous. That's actually gorgeous. Jeez, look at that. It's unreal. You can see so much.
This is actually, most people think that it's a forest reserve, but actually it's not a forest reserve. It's actually part of the AETAS Damansara development. So then your concerns will be like, hey, will it block my view or not in the future? So according to the AETAS Damansara master plan, if you take a look at it, this section over here is all meant for low rise and all the high rises were typically nearest to the train station, which is pretty far away where you see all the tall buildings there right now. So I don't think there's a major concern for like views or things that will block you in the future. Comes with a huge walking wardrobe. Originally, the plan, this is the only walking wardrobe area, but the developer has actually modified this unit for the buyer. And what we can do is we can put another section, which is a really nice area for your walking area.
Oh,
So you have a large walking wardrobe in this area.
so here we find Derek making himself very at home.
So imagine over here, enjoying the view, chilling in your bathtub.
You can get such a good B-roll shot of you.
And originally, something interesting over here is that, like, originally there was a beam in the original design, but architect decided that, hey, this view that you have is like a photo frame, which should not be destroyed by the rain. So they changed it to beamless design. Now what you see is like a photo frame while you are chilling here in the bathtub.
Okay.
All the mirror cabinets has been provided, and something very basic that a lot of developers should also do is that like they actually provide plug points for you in the bathroom. Yeah, that's simple, basic, but then it's pretty rare actually. So with this plug point, what they do is like for guys, you can actually plug your shaver. For ladies, you can plug in your hairdryer, and that's so much more convenient than like always having to go in and out. Yeah. Of the bathroom to do that. And one thing you get is this area here where you have the WC. And for those people that do want more privacy, they can actually add a door here to seal up this corner, and they will design that way that it provides that flexibility. Or that they actually have ventilation windows in your bathroom, ventilation windows in your toilet. So here right now we are at the other 3 bedrooms. We have 3, 1, 2, 3. They are quite identical in the way that all of them come with an ensuite bathroom. So they come fully fitted with the bathroom already. So when you hit the bedroom, what's interesting is that you get a city view. So today it's not very clear, but on a clear day you'll be able to see KL City Centre downtown there. So one of the thoughtful designs that actually the architect have thought of is actually here. What we have is your point for your Wi-Fi, and they intentionally design it to be this area and location so that if you have a Wi-Fi, no matter which room you are, you have actually best chance to get a good connection. Yeah, most people or most designs of this would normally typically be at the DB box area or at your living area, and if it's at the living area, it's pretty far from the bedrooms, and that's why you get like weak signals and slow connection.
So this is kind of like the center point of the unit.
Sort of like the center point of the unit because it's closer to all the bedrooms.
Okay guys, so we're actually kind of like looking at 2 units. Right now we're back in the private lift lobby. So the first unit that we saw is back there, and that's what we refer to as, is that like a master unit?
Originally that was a wall that's over here, but the developer essentially removed this wall for the owner. So now the 2 units are combined together as one. So right now we're going to visit what I call the guest wing. So similar living room over here with the views, but what's the difference here? So now you have a big space here that you can guests, and that's the view of the other side of the town. So that's the Ara Damansara view.
So now we're on the opposite side, so to speak, of the building, is it?
I wouldn't say opposite, I'd say at the side of the building.
Okay.
So now if you over here, what you get is actually much beautiful space for you to entertain your guests. So you have your living there, you could put your dining there, this is your bar, so it's very flexible. You get big, large open spaces for your guests.
And Derek, something else I noticed, ducted air conditioning.
Yes, so for the living room and also for the master room, they come with ducted air conditioning. For the other rooms, they come with like a mounted unit. So one of the interesting ways some people would have put or layout. So instead of using like living and dining over there, what they could have done is actually they put their dining here, they put their semi kitchen there, and put their wet kitchen there. So it's like kind of a nice design where you have like this layout all in a straight line. What I like about the switches that's provided here is you can see they're all labeled nicely. This is aircon, and then you have your fan, and then these are the lighting switches. No more labeling with your ugly masking tape anymore.
Yeah, that's actually quite intuitive actually. Yeah, that's quite clever. Oh, and Derek, now something else I also want to ask is, you said just now, because this is a combined 2 units, right? So total size is 6,100 square feet. 6,100 square feet. So typically, if, for those units that don't have the middle wall knocked down, what are the sizing options?
Originally, there are 2 separate units if you are purchasing the other units. So it comes with this side here, we have 3,110 square feet, and the other side is 3,078 square feet. So the only difference actually between the 2 are where the back windows are facing for the rooms, and also this area. So for this 3,110 square feet, we get a larger square as well.
Is there a very big difference in terms of the layout, or is it just kind of like mirrored?
I would say it's like 90% similar. It's just a mirror. The key difference is here. I'm going to show you. So one of the key difference will be this balcony, where you get a larger balcony with an open view. Yeah. And the second one we get is this here. So the bedroom windows instead of that side actually faces to this side. So for the other unit, the window would have been here.
Right.
In a mirror, of course, but this one you face this side. You're looking mostly at Arada.
Oh yeah, that's Arada.
So as a whole.
Oh, so that's Kantara over there, isn't it? I can see that this little building here. That's Kantara, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Ah, okay. So we're now back in the lift. We're heading up to level 9. Can you tell us what to expect?
So level 9 will be the facility floor.
I also noticed that it maxes out at level 9, but I mean, we were on level 30 something just now.
Yeah, so this one, it comes with the card access, so it's a destination control. So you just need to scan your card and they'll bring you right to your unit, your floor. Come,
nice.
let's show you a bit more.
This is really nice. This is like a lounge pavilion.
I like this corner, so you can sit and chill and enjoy the view, you know.
Man, guys, look at that.
Next up, we're going to check out the gym, this way. Most high-end gyms in KL, they actually provide you with the brand, which is a techno gym. True, it's mostly used in like commercial gyms. So this equipment are meant to last longer than normal other gym equipments. Yeah.
Oh, this is a very big space.
So this place, for those that want to do yoga or dance, they can actually use this place for that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You get all these mirrors as well. There's so much natural light coming in. Really floor to ceiling windows. So we're just down there is basically where the entrance was. That's where we started. And this over here is Tropicana Grande. And actually there's a park over there as well. This is the Tropicana Park that people like to go running at every morning. I think that's a bit old for you. Where are we now?
So right now we're here at the kids play area, and what I like about it is like it's sheltered and covered. So you know, in Malaysia, if you have kids, every time you can only bring them to the playground. Why? Because we say it's too hot to go outside, wait for 5 o'clock.
Yes.
With here actually you can play all day because it's sheltered. That area that you see over there is actually your dining area. So you have your outdoor section over here and indoor section over here. Let me show you inside the private dining hall.
That's not the best one. This is the best one. Look at this. Oh, it smells so good as well. Do you smell that?
Yeah, it smells really good in here. So what they have here is actually, if you're gonna have birthday parties, celebrations, you know, just use the hall. They got your projector, your sound system, everything in place. There's another small room at the back there, which is if you're having a smaller function hall, then you can actually use that room over there too. Yeah. And you have a proper like serving area here, and behind actually there's a full kitchen that you can use, or your caterers can use over here.
So that wall, right? Let's say you open that up, you know, how many people can you actually host in here?
You can easily fit like 50 to 60 people in this hall for any of your events or functions.
So we kind of walk towards the back kitchen, and it so happens that there's some food laid out and it's all by Ili. Look, even there's a poster on the wall that says Ili on it. So
here's the experience that the homeowners, when they're collecting their keys, they come here, have a chat, and then they actually can enjoy some coffee.
So the food is only for people who bought a place here lah.
Yeah, for now.
Shit. I was about to help myself. So I think we've covered quite a lot of ground today with regards to AETAS Damansara. You know, here in Klang Valley, I mean, there are a lot of options. I mean, let's be frank. So, in your opinion, what sets apart AETAS Damansara from everything else?
First of all, price versus value, right? So what you're getting is really good value for the price. For similar pricing, hardly you can get this kind of finishes or build quality or detail. They spent no expense, so they put in like the best of the best stuff. Like they put in low E glass for the west-facing windows, which cost them more, but they went ahead anyway. They installed actually the solar blinds in the car park. They are one of the first to provide EV charging point for every car park lot. They provide storage here, large windows. So all these things add on bit by bit to the cost, but cost wasn't their main concern. Their main concern was to deliver a really good product to all the clients of AETAS, basically. Yeah.
So when we talk about price, like let's say per square foot, is there a range that we're looking at? Like how much are we
So
talking?
right now, per square foot, asking prices are in the range of 1,000-ish to about 1,200 per square foot. Generally, most of the owners are getting this price. And right now, we do have quite a number of transactions in just the past 1 month that's completed. From what I hear, it's about at least close to about 10 transactions already in just a month-ish from handover. Yeah.
So there's no doubt that we're in a really prime spot, like just right next to Tropicana Golf and Country Resort. What do you think would happen to the values of AETAS Damansara, let's say in the next 5 years, based on the historical behavior of the prices in this area?
Yeah, so I think like AETAS Damansara will continue to go up. Reason being, like for large size in PJ, it's really rare. You can count with your hands. Like you have your Tropicana Grande, you have your Uptown Residence, you have your 5 stones, some selected units over there, and I think those are all the few that you can name off, including these AETAS that actually have a 2,000 square foot and above. We may have some pockets here and there, but they are not specifically built large size. Generally, those with large size do have combination, but we're talking about exclusively 2,000, 3,000 square feet. They are rare in PJ, and this being one of the only few here, I think the demand will continue to be high, and as of now, there are not many launches within this size range as well in PJ. Yeah.
Now this is another common inquiry that I get from the other work that I've done. So AETAS Damansara is very much a leasehold property, as is the rest of Tropicana. So how many years are there left on the lease?
So this lease has actually been renewed in the past year when they were developing their renewal. So you would have about 78 years left on the lease. Yeah. So a lot of people are concerned about leasehold being in this area, but you have to understand the whole Tropicana is like leasehold, and the transactions, not just in this condo, has been really strong. Next door, Grande, among all the condos in Tropicana, is one of the highest transacting by percentage in Tropicana area as well. So here you can see that the transactions are pretty strong, and a lot of people are not so concerned about being leasehold, but more about the neighborhood that they like. So it's far enough from the city to feel like you're in a suburb, but near enough that you can get to where you want to in just a couple of minutes, basically.
Oh yeah, and this actually brings me to another important point. Maintenance, how much is it here per square foot?
So maintenance here is about 45 cents per square foot. So that's relatively in line with most of the other condos that we have.
Another thing I wanted to ask also is, are there still developer units left, or is it gone?
So right now, the developer units has fully sold. It was fully sold even before the completion of the property. It was so hot, there were many people knocking on doors, queuing for units, but they couldn't get any. And that's the reason why it's pretty hot right now that it's completed, and the prices have gone up slightly compared to the prices that those that bought in early. Yeah.
And in your experience, which units are kind of like the most popular? Because what I heard from a colleague of mine is people don't like facing in the west direction because it gets really hot. In Malaysia, our weather it's warm, right? But I heard this place, lots of unit face west.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. So that's the interesting fact. Like majority of the developers, what they will do is try to avoid west-facing unit, right? So for this developer, like 5 out of 6 layouts, they face directly to the west, right? But having said that, facing west is still the popular unit here. Why? Because a few things the developers have done. Like first of all, like you cannot take away and discount the view that you'll be getting when you're facing towards the west compared to facing to the other side, which is the city view, which majority of condo have, but this is something unique you get here. Second is actually they have done quite a bit. Like they have added in the solar blinds that will help to block out the sun, and all the windows that are facing the west, which is low E glass. So typically, which you get only in offices, and that's why you see glass building offices don't feel so hot inside because they use low E glass. And then also you can see that some of the units, they are not exactly directly west facing, so maybe they are considered like west southwest facing in a sense. And true enough, like right now, most people, their preference is facing the Gulf view, and that is actually still more important than facing the west.
So the question is AETAS Damansara really for you? Well, there's a few ways to look at it. If you're the sort of person who currently lives in a really big landed house and maybe your kids are grown and they've kind of moved out of the country or they're working abroad and you want to be able to downsize into something that feels large but is easy to keep, then yeah, AETAS Damansara is definitely a shout. On the flip side, if you're the kind of person who has maybe 2, 3 young kids and they're getting bigger and you're trying to figure out where you can get more space for your family, then this place also is definitely a shout. But there is a third camp that I haven't talked about yet, and that's investors. In 2010, Tropicana Grande was actually selling for anywhere between 600 to 700 ringgit per square foot. Today, those values have almost doubled, transacting at anywhere between 1,100 to 1,300 ringgit per square foot. So that's almost double. And because the wider PJ actually does not have many options when someone's looking for a 3,000 square foot condo, that makes these types of products rare in the market. In fact, the only other project that's offering something similar is AETAS Damansara. Based on historical evidence, low supply and relatively high demand means that prices will very likely appreciate going into the future. So if you want a tour of this place, links down in the description and in the comment section as well.